the abuse started on the back end of, the daily, what you eat, who you could date, who you were speaking to. The control then began. I always talk about the den mother from hell, and, at 36 years old, I'm not 17 or 18 anymore. We made that woman a lot of money, and she's attacked Robin. She's attacked me directly, saying that I was never in the group, when you can pull footage from Divas Live where I'm singing. She had the audacity to tell people from TMZ that I was a dancer. I'm like, well, I'm the only one in the group that won a Grammy since. So it's safe to say a dancer doesn't do that. Okay. So yeah, I take heart, because she broke us. She mentally broke these girls down. And I don't believe that's the right way to go about things. When you have young women that are singing for you in your group, she owned us. She owned the group. She created the Pussycat Dolls. Very accomplished woman. We looked up to her. We trusted her. We wanted to please her. We wanted to always make her happy. I don't have any of my baby photos anymore. She threw my baby photos away. The abuse was serious with this person. You had to get abortions if you were pregnant. And I'm very honest about this stuff, because if she ever wanted to sue me, come on, let's go. The countersuit will be there. I don't play games when it comes to this stuff, because it damaged me and it damaged other girls. And I think that needs to be said. As far as the music side of the fence went, our music industry has highs and lows. There's good, bad, and indifferent people. But I always found my way, because I never slept with the men that had control of the industry. I always did my job, and I always respected them. And I think if you're a young woman in the music industry and you hold yourself with integrity, you will be okay. But realize you're in a room with a lot of people that could eat you alive if you let it. And, but I definitely was not meek and weak. I've been around enough men in the industry to really kind of know, don't be flirty, don't do that, So, I had to find my footing. But as far as how, what we were paid, how we were treated, and that came from the woman that ran the puppet string. It wasn't fun.
So Robin Antin, which is her name, you don't seem to want to say her name.
I pray for her. I really do. Because she knows what she did to us. She knows. And I have my journals that I kept. My mom started my journals for me because it was tough. And, but when you attack the integrity of what I've said, or say that I wasn't a part of something that helped make you a millionaire, I'm gonna attack back. And when you try to sue the Daily Mail because they have more money, and it didn't work out, because I helped the Daily Mail, giving them all of the intel that I have. I have all my ducks in a row and proof of what I went through. What we were paid, my journal entries. When someone throws away all your baby photos, or you get midnight phone calls about what you ate for the day, all of us, Melody always had to straighten her hair. She could never have curly hair, because that was, that didn't look good enough. I had to always wear flats. Nicole had to get a breast job. I mean, listen, all the women will eventually tell the truth, and I'll get a big apology, and people will go, whoa, like, she was never lying, But I think, I wish her well, and I pray for her, but I don't have any need to say her name. I think she's gotten a lot of credit and made a lot of money. I don't need to give her any more glory. If anything, she was a den mother from hell, and that's what I want to call her.
When did that so you get in the group, like you said, like, you wanted this, you're in this room with 50 Cent and all these people, like, what a dream, after going through a dark period, after R. Kelly, you get it, you're signed. So, like, when you said it was good in the beginning, like, when did this type of behavior start? Like, how soon? Like a month, a year, 4 months, like, just approximately.
It was pretty much right away. I mean, everything that we did was like, had to be approved by her, down to the lipstick that we wore. I could never have nude lips. She always used to say I looked like a playmate. I always had to wear red lipstick. There's just the things that then end up making you really question. When you're a young girl, you just want to be yourself. But we were dolls. We were basically, you have to look this way and you have no say in it. So there was a lot of rebellion in me. I think I rebelled. Like, I'm going to go get tattoos. Don't tell me what to do. Like, you know, I had to fight my way out of, you know, becoming something that was caged. You know, I could have really gotten into the drugs and, you know, criminal activity. And like, my dad was incarcerated. I was, you know, molested as a young girl. Like, I went through a lot. So I clawed my way to get into the music industry and to have a stance, and then to be abused mentally. Sorry.
It's okay.
To be abused mentally. That really kind of then, like, it broke me for sure. You know, that counteracted with what Nicole then started to do, affected us all. And it was a 2-tier effect. It wasn't one tier. So when people say, what does it take? It's like, well, if one girl does something and then all the girls then are you know, put out to pasture because, you know, hey, she slept with this executive, so you all must be like that, right? That creates a tone. It created a tone, and it affected the group. And I think all of the women eventually will have their say in what they went through. But it's not my place to talk about their abuse. And it's not my place to talk about what I think they went through, even though I may have seen or may know in my heart what they went through. I can only talk about my own. But do I think it's very telling when Melody didn't join the reunion? Yeah, good for her. Because I'm not lying. And I can't wait until each and every one of them has the balls to really say, you know, what they all went through.
No, I agree. Because you said a few things, so I just have a question. So, like, when you got midnight calls about, like, what? Like, did you eat like a burger today, or like checking in on?
Oh food? No, it was like I had cheese on my egg. I wasn't allowed to have cheese.
So, like, nightly calls.
Oh yeah,
and that came. And that came directly from
Robin. Yeah. You can't have cheese. You get bacon. I mean, if you looked at your body, you're not allowed to have bacon. I mean, you're so fat, Kaya. Those are daily. I remember on Divas Live, as I'm underneath the stage and the engineer is putting the pack behind my ear and the sound, and I'm down there with Melody. She literally turns to me and goes, "You look like you have pizza sewn on your ass." I'm not making this up. Like, it was horrific. And I'm about to go in front of 23,000 people in-house and 25 million people worldwide on VH1 Divas Live. And you're breaking me. And you're breaking us.